Deciding whether to buy or lease a car often ignites a surprisingly heated debate among consumers. On one hand, proponents of purchasing argue that owning a vehicle outright grants you full ownership, ultimately proving more economical over time. They highlight the long-term savings and the satisfaction of having complete control over your asset. Conversely, advocates for leasing emphasize the allure of lower monthly payments and the privilege of driving a brand new car every few years. This juxtaposition raises an essential question: which path truly offers the best value? After conducting an exhaustive analysis and meticulously crunching the numbers across various scenarios, I was astonished by the stark contrast in savings between what dealerships typically push and the genuinely most cost-effective options available. This revelation forms the crux of our discussion today. In this video, we'll delve into 4 primary methods of acquiring a car. We'll explore what each option entails, determine which one stands as the most affordable, and examine the psychological factors that might influence your decision. This exploration is part of the Accountant Explained series, where we dissect all facets of personal finance and wealth building. Part 1. The main options. The first and most straightforward method to acquire a car is purchasing it outright. This approach involves paying the full price of the vehicle on day one, eliminating the need for any future payments or interest. It's a direct path to ownership, free from the complexities of financing. Alternatively, financing a car is another prevalent option, often referred to in the UK as hire purchase. This method functions similarly to a personal loan. You make a deposit towards the vehicle, borrow the remaining amount at a fixed interest rate, and agree to a repayment period, typically around 3 years. Throughout this term, you make monthly payments, and at the end of the agreement, ownership of the car transfers to you. The third avenue is leasing, which resembles renting a car. With leasing, you make monthly payments to use the vehicle, and at the conclusion of the contract you return the car. The calculation of these payments differs slightly from financing. In a hire purchase scenario, you're paying off the entire value of the car since you'll own it eventually. In contrast, leasing involves repaying only a portion of the car's value, the part that depreciates during your use. This depreciated amount is then divided into monthly payments, often with additional fees layered on top. The fourth option is personal contract purchase, PCP. Here, you set a term for the agreement, make a deposit, and the company estimates the car's final value at the end of the contract. This final value is deducted from the car's total cost to determine your loan amount and monthly payments. At the end of the PCP term, you have several choices. You can pay the final value to keep the car, return it, or use the remaining value to part exchange for a new vehicle. Financial implications and cost analysis. To provide a clear comparison, I conducted an analysis using an average medium-sized family car, let's say an Audi, as a benchmark. For consistency, I assumed a £4,500 deposit and a 3-year term across all options. Starting with the hire purchase method, I applied the £4,500 deposit and was quoted an interest rate just below 11%. This translated to monthly payments of approximately £810. Over 3 years, the total cost amounted to nearly £34,000. At the end of this period, the car is entirely mine. Suppose I decide to sell the car after 3 years. Researching current market values, I found that a similar 3-year-old Audi might fetch around £16,000 in the second-hand market. However, given the current surge in used car prices, which I anticipate will stabilize or even decline in the next few years, this figure might be optimistic. If I sell the car for £16,000, my effective cost over 3 years would be roughly £17,500. Shifting to the leasing option, with the same £4,500 deposit, the monthly payments drop significantly to about £345. Over 3 years, this totals around £17,000. This is markedly lower than the hire purchase route because leasing payments cover only the car's depreciation during the lease term, not its entire value. While leasing offers financial flexibility, it's important to note that purchasing the car at the end of the lease term isn't guaranteed. The dealership typically determines the car's residual value only in the final months, adding an element of uncertainty to this option. Conclusion. Navigating the decision to buy or lease a car involves weighing immediate financial commitments against long-term ownership benefits. Purchasing outright offers complete ownership and potential savings in the long run, albeit with higher initial costs. Financing spreads the payments over time but ultimately leads to ownership, while leasing provides lower monthly payments and the allure of driving a new car regularly. though without the certainty of ownership. Understanding these nuances, along with the psychological factors influencing your preferences, is crucial in making an informed decision that aligns with your financial goals and lifestyle. Stay tuned as we continue to explore more facets of personal finance and wealth building in the Accountant Explains series. As the narrative unfolds, we delve deeper into the labyrinth of car financing options, honing in on the personal contract purchase (PCP) method, a choice that reigns supreme in popularity. Why, you might wonder, does PCP captivate the masses? The answer lies in the subtle yet persuasive strategies employed by car dealerships. They ardently promote PCP because it pads their bottom line, making it irresistibly lucrative for them. However, this allure may not necessarily translate into the most fiscally prudent decision for you, especially when scrutinizing the total cost landscape. Let's navigate through the intricate numbers together. Imagine, for consistency, we maintain our £4,500 deposit and an interest rate hovering just below 11%. The dealership proclaims that the car's value after 3 years will be £15,000. With these parameters, your monthly payments would settle at approximately £453. Stretching this over the 3-year term, you'd have disbursed around £21,000 in total. But here's the twist. Should you opt to retain the vehicle at the contract's end, you'd fork out an additional £15,000, culminating in a cumulative expenditure of £36,000. A closer inspection reveals that returning the car at the conclusion of the PCP agreement would have been financially wiser if you had chosen the leasing route, saving you a substantial £4,000. This discrepancy underscores a pivotal point. Dealerships, in their pursuit of profit, often manipulate variables like dealer contributions or tweak deposit amounts to nudge you toward PCP. While PCP can be advantageous under specific circumstances, such as when the vehicle retains its value robustly, or when you crave the flexibility it offers, it's imperative to dissect the total cost implications meticulously. Transitioning to outright purchase, let's consider the scenario where you invest £30,000 up front. Assuming you can resell the car for £16,000 in the second-hand market, your net expenditure over 3 years would be a mere £14,000. This positions outright purchase as the most economical choice. However, this simplicity belies a crucial consideration: opportunity cost. Allocating £30,000 to a car immobilizes those funds, preventing you from potentially earning returns elsewhere, say in the S&P 500 or other revenue-generating investments. The crux of the matter lies in evaluating whether the returns from alternative investments could outpace the additional costs associated with financing options. Beyond the numbers, psychological factors wield significant influence. If you're someone who cherishes long-term vehicle ownership, the higher purchase route can be liberating. Paying off the car eliminates the burden of ongoing monthly payments and grants you unbridled ownership. Granting the freedom to modify the vehicle as you please, or to embark on spontaneous long drives without mileage constraints. However, this autonomy comes with the caveat of assuming full responsibility for maintenance, which can escalate over time. Conversely, embracing leasing or PCP offers the tantalizing prospect of driving newer models with reduced monthly obligations. This path alleviates concerns about selling the car down the line and shields you from hefty maintenance bills, provided you return the vehicle before the warranty expires, typically around the 3-year mark. Yet this convenience is tethered to stringent conditions. Maintaining the car's pristine condition is non-negotiable, and exceeding mileage limits incurs additional charges. Moreover, customization is often off the table, restricting your ability to personalize your vehicle. For those with the financial wherewithal to purchase outright, this option stands as a stalwart choice, liberating you from the shackles of monthly payments. It's a compelling proposition, provided you possess the acumen to assess car values accurately and navigate the second-hand market adeptly. Alternatively, opting for a pre-owned vehicle that's a few years old can be a savvy move, capitalizing on the significant depreciation already absorbed by the previous owner, thereby offering substantial savings. In wrapping up this comprehensive analysis, the decision to buy or lease a car is a multifaceted one, interweaving financial prudence with personal preferences. Whether you prioritize long-term savings, the allure of driving the latest models, or the simplicity of outright ownership, each option presents its own set of advantages and challenges. By meticulously evaluating the total costs, understanding the psychological underpinnings of your choices, and considering alternative investment opportunities, you can navigate this pivotal decision with confidence and clarity. This exploration forms a segment of our ongoing Accountant Explained series, dedicated to unraveling the complexities of personal finance and wealth building. If this discourse has illuminated your path towards making an informed car purchasing decision, we encourage you to share this video. Financial education and literacy are cornerstones of personal empowerment, and your participation helps propagate this essential knowledge. We're eager to hear about your car buying journeys, whether you've already secured your current vehicle or are in the throes of planning your next acquisition. Thank you for tuning in, and we look forward to guiding you through more financial intricacies in our forthcoming videos.